What up? What's happening? All you haters, get at me. You know what's so funny? This actually would have been the perfect shirt to wear for this video, but you know, for brand recognition and everything like that, I gotta wear the hoodie. Also, y'all like the fact that I made the DTOS red? You get it? Because Spider-Man fake red and red DTOS and wow, I see why y'all don't come to these type of videos. What's up, you guys? Chasing Dark Sage here, back with another video. So this has been a pretty good year for Spider-Man, right? We got Across the Spider-Verse, a dope soundtrack to accompany it, and we had the Spider-Man 2 PS5 exclusive. What a time to be alive if you are a Spider-Man fan. But did you know Viz released a manga over Spider-Man? I'm pretty sure if you're not heavy into manga, then you wouldn't. In today's video, we'll be talking about Spider-Man Fake Red, a one-shot, one-volume, 14-chapter manga going over the mishaps of the Marvel Universe with our favorite webhead. This manga is written and drawn by Yusuke Osawa, a manga artist who seems to be known for other one-shots such as The Mandalorian, the manga. Wait, there's a Mandalorian manga? It's honestly kind of weird to say out loud that we have a Spider-Man manga, but it's not the most far-fetched thing I've heard of. Ugh. And after reading this bad boy, I kind of want to talk about it. So before we actually get into today's video and I tell you guys my pros and my cons and talk about the plot a little bit, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, and don't forget to follow me on all my other social media platforms. All my links will be in the description down below. So, get it? Cause no, I should have stopped. Craven should have hunted me down. I understand why you say that. So the story starts off with the character of Yu. He's your regular underperforming student with no friends. Basically, this dude, he's kind of a nobody. My main wonder is, why are we focusing on him when we know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man? Well, after witnessing a classmate of his get bullied in an alleyway, and he did nothing to stop it. And I don't blame him. The best lesson my father ever taught me in life was to mind my own business. So that's why I couldn't be a superhero. After going in the alleyway, he notices a Spider-Man costume and takes it home. After trying to suit on, he realizes it's the real Spider-Man's costume. And then he kind of goes through that quirky thing that all Spider-Men do when they first get their powers, but wait, he doesn't have powers. Oh, okay. I like this angle that they're playing at right here. He soon comes to realize that the real Spider-Man is missing and the city of New York can't be left without a Spidey, so he plays dress up and kind of does a whack but okay job at being Spider-Man. He definitely is vulnerable, has no athletic ability nor the spider sense that Peter does, but Lady Luck seems to always be on his side. Amidst all these troubles, something weird is happening to Peter Parker while Yu, playing Spider-Man, is slinging around the city. Question is, what has actually happened to Peter Parker, and will Yu be able to maintain posing as Spider-Man while maintaining his secret identity? That's all I have to say about this series, because I do not want to go further into actually explaining the details or plot, because I want you to experience it for yourself. But with the plot out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about my pros and my cons. First pro I have is the artwork. Now, I've never seen any of this guy's work, but I gotta say I like the way his artistic vision went. Characters were expressive, action was clearly defined, and them color pages? I was eating with those bad boys. Next pro I have is the fact that this is a quick read. With many one-shots I've read, they try to cram a lot of info or exposition in for a small amount of time that we can invest. And that can sometimes take away from the enjoyment of the read. This manga wasn't too wordy, the paneling flowed nicely, and the mangaka wasn't afraid to use a single page for just one shot. That takes balls for a one-shot because you have a limited amount of room to already work with. Third pro I have is that the manga is just fun. It doesn't take itself seriously and knows you're here for a fun time, not a long time. It just gives you a scenario of what it's like for a nobody to finally be looked at as a somebody while developing a close friendship with their first friend. It definitely has those anime and manga tropes that you've come to know and love, and I was here for it. And my last pro, the familiar cast. With this being Spider-Man, if you've seen the Sam Raimi movies, you kind of know what the characters are like. Peter Parker has a hard time making time for MJ and being Spider-Man. Peter Parker doubles down on the "with great power" speech, and Aunt May is struggling to pay bills. This manga came in with a new idea thrusted into a world that we were already familiar with, so this turned out to be a little cozy read, where I'm just here to see where things go. And that's about it for my pros. Now it's time to talk about the things I really didn't like about this one-shot. Do note that I'm not going to be the hardest grader on this because this is a one-shot, but I do have some nitpicks here and there. First con I have is with the story. It didn't move or captivate me. But I will say it was serviceable for what it was, an anime/manga inspired twist on Spider-Man. I can't be too mad at this seeing it is a one-shot, but there was a bit more to be desired, which goes into my second point. Some of the concepts and ideas in this weren't really explored or explained all that well. Without getting into spoilery details, I was just wondering how certain things were taking place and how was a said thing even introduced into this world. Third con is the characters aren't memorable. Honestly, none of them are. I came into this thinking it would be about Spider-Man, and I'm not angry about that, but introducing newer characters that don't have a good amount of time to be fleshed out seems like a bit of a wasted opportunity. And lastly, the ending. It was severely rushed, and the mangaka kind of narrates his way out of it. I get it, not enough room to flesh things out, but after I hit chapter 13 and didn't get a definitive resolution, I was left wondering how things would wrap up. But that's about it for my pros and cons. But before we leave out, I want to read this excerpt that was left by the mangaka in the back of this volume. First and foremost, I want to thank the editorial department for giving me the chance to create a story with these heroes. In 2002, I saw Sam Raimi's Spider-Man in theaters, back before I ever dreamed of becoming a manga artist. I remember coming away with this powerful feeling. I hope I get to create a work of art this fantastic someday. Who could have imagined that I would one day be given the opportunity to draw Spider-Man himself? Fake Red is a product of one diehard fan's love. It's basically my love letter to superheroes, where the theme is exploring what the super and superheroes actually mean. There are still so many stories I could tell in this world, so my greatest hope is that this book sells well enough for the series to continue. With that in mind, I can't be mad at it, and can only be happy another fanboy like me was able to bring Spider-Man to life with his drawings through his own story. Overall, I enjoyed my time with Fake Red. I can see someone not liking this if you're a diehard comic book fan or someone that isn't into Spider-Man, but for someone like me, I thought it was cool. So I'm gonna have to give Spider-Man Fake Red a 5 out of 10.
Swear I cannot do no wrong. Why I don't have much to say? All that talking on the phone, but you're never making plays. Playing phone tag, you're it.
What this man dumping for? Get away! What's wrong with this generation now? Danger coming his way, he would've, hey, for the gram. No! What you doing? Come on, bro. Freaking scrubs, man. Let's go, put me in the action.
I'm running out in my lane, no one-on-one. Fake love I'm allergic to. Real love, yeah, I need me some. Call my bae and book a trip. Bring the kids, let's run it up. She like us some Louis V. I like me some Louis too. Mix it with the double G. Having fun, that's what we do. Fresh out in Montego Bay. I'm acting unruly too. This is me unusual. Life's a game, I'm cruising. Swear I cannot do no wrong. Why I don't have much to say? All that talking on the phone, but you never making plays. Playing phone tag, you're it. Pick up more bags.